Hey guys, and welcome to a 8th grade math video. Today we are going to be doing Unit 4 or Chapter 4. It's Chapter 4, not Unit 4. Chapter 4, Graphing and Writing Linear Equations. 4.4, Graphing Linear Equations in Slope-Intercept form. So let's get started with example 1. As you can see over here, we have example 1. Find the slope and y-intercept of the graph of each linear equation. So, we take an equation. So, find the slope and y-intercept. So, every slope-intercept equation is written y equals mx plus b. Y is the y-coordinate, x is x-coordinate, m is the slope, and b is the y-intercept. There's a reason why b is the y-intercept, and that's why it's so specific. Also, you saw my face there for a second. Sorry. There's a reason why it's the y-intercept, because there is an x-intercept. The x-intercept isn't stated in the equation. The b is simply only y-intercept. Y. Don't confuse it for x. It is y-intercept. So, as you can see in our equation over here, y equals negative 4x minus 2. Our slope is going to be negative 4, and our y-intercept is negative 2. Sorry, I just paused my video there with this pause thing. See, pause recording. Sorry. But as you can see, the slope, and it pretty much lines up the moment you get it. It's actually pretty easy in a snap. So this next equation, we can move the 5 over to the other side to get plus 5. And then 3 over 2 is the slope. And then that y-intercept is going to be 5. So pretty simple. Now I want you to try those two problems listed right over here. This one and this one. So pause the video here and solve those problems. Okay, hope you enjoyed that music, and now hopefully you'll solve those two problems. Over here, I'm just going to go pretty fast. I'm not going to explain it. Slope is 3, y-intercept is negative 7. Over here, slope is negative 2/3, and y-intercept is 1. Now we move on to example 2, which is graph negative 3x plus 3 and identify the x-intercept. So, for our y-intercept seems pretty easy to calculate. But the way to calculate x-intercept, if we had the equation y equals x plus 1. Well, to get the y-intercept, we have to make x 0 so that we get y equals 1. So that's the y-intercept. So to get the x-intercept, we're obviously going to have to make y 0. So then we get x equals 0 plus 1, minus 1 on both sides to get minus 1 equals x. So the intercept of x is, the x-intercept is going to be negative 1. Get it? Crisscross. So find the slope in the y-intercept. So graph the equation. So first, we already know how to graph the equation. This is just a really quick thing. You probably already, I did that in a previous video. So it's just showing you how to graph it right over here. I'm not going to go through that. I'm just going to skip to identifying the x-intercept. So to find the x-intercept, we make y 0. And then we have minus 3. Divide by minus 3 to get the x-intercept is 1. And it says it over here. So now, for our practice problem, it says graph the linear equation and identify the x-intercept. Have a piece of graphing paper out and graph the linear equation. and also solve for the x-intercept, but I will only be showing you how to do the x-intercept. So pause the video here and solve the problem. Okay, and moving on. For x-intercept, we make y0 over here. Plus 4, x-intercept is 4 for number 3. And then for number 4, it's -1 divided by -2, 1/2. I'm pretty sure the x-intercept is 1/2. If I'm wrong, just comment down below. Don't get angry at me. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. Now for a self-assessment, solve each exercise. Yeah, we don't have to write our stuff. So, how does changing the value of m affect the graph of the equation? Well, m is the slope, obviously, and the slope changes like how much this is and this is. So the moment we increase the slope, this could get bigger, this could get smaller. The slope could change everything. And how does changing the value of b? Well, the y-intercept also is pretty important, because without the y-intercept, then it would be totally different, because that +3 or -4 matters, because without it, then it could change the whole graph. Now, identifying the y-intercept, so identify the slope and the y-intercept. So the slope over here is -1, and the y-intercept is 0.25, and I'm just going to move this notification out of the way. And over here, the slope is -3/4, and the y-intercept is 2. Over here, you can graph it if you want to, but the x-intercept is going to be 7 for number 8. And for number 9, the x-intercept is going to be -4. So you guys, now you know lesson 4.4. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And 4.5 will be coming out soon. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications bell to get notifications. And I'll see you guys later.